So I refer myself as a daughter of the soil. In my language, Shona, we say I'm Mwanawevu. What that means is the declaration of my Africanism. It's a declaration that I'm Zimbabwean, and I'm proudly Zimbabwean. I come from the Zimbabwean soil. Growing up in Zimbabwe, one of the issues that we had was food insecurity. And in addition to that, we also had a lot of cases of foodborne illnesses. So I sort of wanted to do research that would help address those problems, so kind of be an African solution to African problems. To me, teaching is sacred. I see my teaching at Deakin as a privilege and as a gift. It kind of ties in perfectly with my passion for science communication. One of the key things that drives me when it comes to science communication is wanting to make science the girl next door. Like, let's make science regular. Let's make science this uncomplicated thing that everyone can understand. So particularly when I'm teaching things like chemistry, I really try and explain it in a way that someone will be like, chemistry is not that hard, or science is not that hard, or I can do that. I went to a girls' school myself, a girls' boarding school in Zimbabwe, and one of the things that we were told was that we belong in the world. We are going to change the world. We are future leaders. So it was almost ingrained in me that as a woman, my voice matters.
Hello. How are you? How's it going? Queen.
This is essentially part of the labs that I did my research in. I am really passionate about food waste. I'm really passionate about, foodborne illnesses. Statistics tell us that 1.3 billion tons of food that we produce is wasted, partly because of the presence of microorganisms. And then we have 600 million cases of foodborne illnesses per year, which is quite staggering. In my research, I was looking at the antimicrobial activity of essential oils against foodborne microorganisms. So microorganisms that you find in food. So that's E. coli, Salmonella, Listeria, and this is how we grow those plants. So yeah, pretty cool. One of the ways that I guess I can sort of contribute to those global problems is, by developing technologies and innovations such as this that can help, minimize the growth of microorganisms, therefore extend the shelf life of food and reducing food waste and the incidence of foodborne-related illnesses. So essentially, this is antimicrobial packaging that has the ability to kill bacteria and fungi. A PhD, I think, more than the research itself, it's a test of your resilience. So there were moments when I had been doing experiments for like 3 months thinking, okay, we are getting somewhere, and eventually realizing that it's not gonna work. I sort of have to change the direction. I felt like I was losing my mind at the time. So it's hard. It is hard work.
With Agnes, she's become a very independent researcher who can think quite critically. I think that's very important for a researcher.
In Africa, with this concept of Ubuntu, of like community, and I think, that's one of the things that I really loved that the university Deakin gave us. The supervisors are very supportive. The students themselves are very supportive. So it was really nice just to know that if I have problems, I can go to my supervisors and they're gonna do the best that they can to help. We are making a rocket leaf and pear salad. I definitely love cooking for my friends. Food is one of my love languages. So yeah, certainly. When you come to my house, I'm going to feed you. Let me show you. So essentially, this is our device that our company Food Protect is making. It is a device that has the ability to extend the shelf life of food. So instead of having strawberries that have like a shelf life of 3 days, they can end up having 7 days. So the way that it extends the shelf life of food is that we've got a proprietary formulation that kills bacteria and fungi. In addition to that, it also absorbs ethylene. Think of ethylene as a hormone that plants produce that causes ripening and ultimately decay. Definitely, this is our passion project, our baby for Food Protect. Well, I think food brings people together because it's nourishing, right? It nourishes our bodies and it's a sign of love. If someone can pour their love and energy into creating this meal for me, so that just makes you feel closer to the person because they are nourishing you and feeding you.
Like, we met each other 4 years ago.
Right.
And then I met Akasha probably 3 years ago. Yeah. Because like, she started PhD 1 year later than me. Right. I started PhD 1 year later than me.
Yeah. I guess the big tenacious vision that we have for Food Protect is to create a wasteless world.
Wow.
You know? Yeah. And I guess the way that we are doing that is by building these innovations around in the household that can therefore extend shelf life for food. And obviously we have other things that are coming up. And I just feel like, yeah, in as much as, I work, I have a job, you guys also work, you're doing your PhD, this is part of the legacy that we get to live in the world.
We have been to this journey and we are on our journey to become like inspiration women.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I'm proud of you girls. I'm proud of us. We have done it, girls. It takes a village to do a PhD. One of the things I think that I've learned in my journey is that the most important conversation that you ever have is a conversation with myself. So I speak gentleness, I speak kindness to myself. I tell myself that I'm worthy. I tell myself that I can do it. Hey, hello, citizen. So I've got a very supportive family. Both my parents were teachers and they really inspired my love for education.
I'm so proud of you because you are family oriented. Everything you do revolves around the family. You are ahead of the pack.
Yes. Do you guys hear that? I'm ahead of the pack.
You were outgoing, still outgoing. You were brave and very, very kind. To such an extent that you wanted to help those less fortunate that us in the community where we are.
I do realize now that I can be a global citizen but still rooted in who I am as an African woman.
I always tell my friends, I'm like, I can never say I don't have an example of strong, powerful black women in my life because I can literally pick up the phone and call one.
One of my biggest dreams that I want to do is I want to build a school for girls in Zimbabwe. Communication is such a powerful tool to inspire. It's such a powerful tool for you to be able to be in these big rooms and for you to be able to change the world. So I want the girls to learn communication. I see teaching as this platform or as this gift that I've been given to be able to inspire the next generation of leaders, to be able to inspire the next generation of scientists. And I don't take that lightly. It's a gift that I've been given to inspire and change.